gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow. Welcome back to Hold My Bev podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only, the guardian angel himself, DTF.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just gonna fly like a bird right here. May look a little different today. I'm using my phone to record. My laptop's acting funny, but we are back.
We are indeed back. We took a week off. I know I had a busy week. I'm pretty sure Dylan had a busy week too, but we got together, played some golf, even though I flaked on the cookout afterwards.
Killing me.
I know. Sorry about that. But anyways, we're back with an episode. We got a lot of news to catch up on. We had the NFL schedule release. We have our Eastern and Western Conference matchups now. And well done. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start off with our Cleveland Browns schedule.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's said that we have the hardest schedule in the NFL, which the end of our schedule is pretty rough. But I feel like it's always hard to tell whether you actually have a hard schedule or not until the season starts
Yeah.
because all these teams, like going into last year, we thought the Texans was going to be an easy game. Granted, we won that regular season game, but we got our ass whooped against them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me go ahead and pull up that
Well,
Browns schedule.
what I like about our schedule is they say it's the hardest, but I think it's because we have the best division in terms of like competition right now. I mean, you look at the AFC North, and the AFC North is stacked all around. We're going to have a great series with the Ravens, the Bengals. The Steelers have had a great offseason. And then we've got teams like, the Chiefs and the Chargers, who are still never anybody to just, set aside. And I don't know. I'm overly excited about our schedule.
Yeah, me too. I like that at the beginning of our schedule, especially is, not too easy, not too hard. Week one, I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk, but we'll be playing the Dallas Cowboys in Cleveland. I think that's really cool. I would have thought for sure that they
With
would have
Tom
wanted to
Brady.
start it in Dallas. Yeah, Tom Brady's broadcasting debut. So that's pretty awesome. It's a 4:25 game too, I realized.
Yeah, that's strange for being in Cleveland. It's America's team versus America's team. So they're going to do whatever they have to get that primetime slot. And by all means, give us as many primetime games as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we got the Jaguars the next week in Jacksonville. Played them at home this year, ended up winning. We got the Giants at home. Then we go on a 3-game road trip early in the season to Las Vegas, Washington, and Philadelphia. Then back at home against the Bengals and Ravens and Chargers. Then back on the road to New Orleans. Whoops. Then home against the Steelers, back on the road to Denver, then to Pittsburgh, then at home against Kansas City, which I'm stoked for.
Yes.
On the road
It's going to be
against,
cold as shit.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because that's what, December 15th, yeah. And then we
Yeah.
play Thursday night against the Bengals in Cincinnati. I could say a joke, but it's not so much of a joke about Cincinnati on prime time, but
Is that so what would that be, the 22nd? No, 20th?
the Thursday night game,
Yeah.
19th.
Okay. So we don't have a Christmas Eve game or anything.
No, we have our next game, which it should be an easy win since we're playing at home against the Dolphins on December 29th.
It's going to be freezing.
Oh yeah, they're not going to do good. And then We have our one and only flex game at the end of the season, which could either happen on January 4th or January 5th against the Ravens in Baltimore. So it's
And that's
gonna,
always a
yeah, it's always gonna be in the Ravens' benefit
mhm.
somehow, some way. But yeah, I like our odds. And I like that. I think it's hilarious actually that they already have the spread open on it and the over under. The money line's dead even though for that week one game.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
it's really going to depend on which Cowboys show up. I mean, everybody's got high hopes for Dak Prescott, um, but they failed to do anything this offseason, and I still think that they had some room to grow. Um, sure, you brought Zeke back, but Zeke is at the last leg of his career. It's like whoever signs Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to be a good third down back, but what else are you really using him for? Which are we going to talk about that scoop?
Yeah, so we have a little bit of inside news. We don't know quite how legit it is, but I mean, we're talking McDonald's drive-through here, but you
So
know,
an inside source of mine was in the drive-through a couple mornings ago, getting coffee, and they have a Cleveland Browns Mastercard. The guy at the window, every time they come up to the window, notices their credit card. Oh, you're a Browns fan. Oh, I love the Browns. Well, this particular day, he says, "Oh, you're a Browns fan. Yeah, you just missed Kareem Hunt. He was 2 cars ahead of you. He was with David and Joku, and they were on their way to Pittsburgh. And I asked, why are you going to Pittsburgh? And he goes, oh, I'm signing with the Steelers." So, from the translation of Kareem Hunt to the McDonald's guy to my source, who knows if it's true? I've heard nothing. I asked an insider of Scoops in Cleveland, and he had not heard a single thing about it yet. But what a heartbreak to see Kareem go to Pittsburgh if he does.
yeah, that would suck.
As the Steelers have been in talks with the Cowboys to trade Najee Harris. I mean, Jalen Warren's going to probably be their focus, and if you get someone like Kareem Hunt, that'll really expand the workload, and I think it would be dirty.
Yeah, no, that would be good for Pittsburgh. Definitely don't want to see that happen though.
No.
Especially such a beloved Browns player too.
Oh yeah.
Um, let's see. What would you say your prediction is for the Browns record-wise this year?
I would really like to go 12-6, if not 13-5, but it's really going to depend on if Deshaun can stay healthy, if Nick Chubb comes back at least 85%. Um, I really think that we can win 12 games without a blink of an eye.
Yeah, I would say that I think we could go 11-6 this year.
11-7.
Siri went off. No, there's 17 games.
Oh right. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. Forgot 18 weeks, 17 games. Sorry.
yeah. No, you're good.
That's the extra game.
Yeah. Um, well, yeah, I truly think that we could either go 11-6 or 10-7, worst case scenario. Um, really banking on that 11-6 still to make the playoffs because it's going to be a tight wild card.
Yeah, I don't think a 10-7 team is going to really have a chance to make it this year. I think we've got some hungry dogs like the Texans. The Colts are going to be a sneaky team to watch this year if Anthony Richardson can stay healthy. I really like the AFC South a lot this year. The Jaguars last year looked good from the start, but then they fell apart. So you never know what's going to happen with Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson and his ugly face. Um, I just think it's not going to cut it. I mean, Ravens, Bengals, the Steelers have always had a positive record. It's like there's gonna come a time where this 10-7 is not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I don't think it is gonna cut it. So I think the 11-6 is gonna be necessary.
Yeah. And that's gonna take us beating somebody like the Dolphins or like the Chiefs, which we have so much anger built towards the Chiefs because of that playoff series, a few years back. It would be just great to just throw one back at them and win on our home field again. Well, get revenge on our home field.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, they also announced the teams that will be playing in London this year, which it was a pretty epic video if you didn't see it. Um,
yeah.
so we got the Jets, Vikings, Bears, Patriots, and Jaguars, which the Jaguars should just relocate to London at this point because they're guaranteed 2 games over there.
2 weeks in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
Who has the Germany game?
Oh, who is it? I thought it was going to be the Bears at one point, but
I think it's like
it's
Patriots
not.
Vikings, isn't it?
Mm, is it the Vikings? The Patriot. Hmm. Hold, hold on. Let me double check that. It- oh, they got screwed so bad this year. I remember it was a bad matchup. It's the Giants versus the Panthers.
Oh God.
What Germany? Oh, fuck.
We're gonna pick those two teams to go play in Europe. You go from Chiefs and Dolphins last year to Giants Panthers.
Yeah, that's a downfall right there.
Ugh.
Who knows? Maybe
I
the
will.
Giants will look better with Drew Lock.
Well, maybe they'll look better with their new 100-year uniforms.
Oh my God. I forgot to even put those on the notes. Those look awful.
I was like, serious, Clark? Like, what the hell is that?
They would have been better off just going all red with the white numbers and then like a
Yeah,
red helmet even. Yeah, no,
the
they
Giants
fucked up with those.
organization, they're just a dumpster fire.
Yeah. And now they're best players on their rival team.
Hmm.
You know, damn shame. But oh well. Since we're talking about NFL, we might as well stick on the topic right now. Jared Goff went ahead and signed a 4-year, $212 million extension with the Lions. Uh, basically resetting the quarterback market, and now Trevor Lawrence is supposedly going to be the next one that get paid.
Yeah, I heard they're
Um,
with him long term.
yeah, the Lions went out and spent a ton of money this offseason.
Hmm.
I want to say they spent like $200 million on 3 players.
It's disgusting.
And it is disgusting, but you got to keep that unit intact. I mean,
Hmm.
they couldn't let Goff hit the market because some team would offer him a lot.
Oh yeah, coming off the season he had. Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Now, hopefully, now that he signed this doesn't mean that he's going to fall off a cliff.
right. Yeah, that's funny you say that. I feel like lately that's kind of been the trend. You get your money and then you just fall off. Like totally off balance here with sports, but the Mets are in town for the Guardians, and it's
Yeah.
Frankie Lindor's first time back in 5 years. He got that bag from the Mets, and he's been shit ever since he left.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it's been 5 years since he left.
I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. I thought he was at least with us until like 2018, which
Yeah.
no, it would have been 2019.
2019, because he was there when I worked for the Indians.
Yeah, yeah. So COVID happened. You blink an eye, and it's been 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts.
But
But
anyways, Jared
yeah,
Goff got his bag.
yeah, Jared Goff got his bag. MVS signed with the Bills. The Chiefs
Interesting.
can't keep their players intact.
No, I can't believe everything that's going on over there.
Yeah, Rashid Rice getting in more trouble somehow.
Yeah. And
Um,
then their Xavier Worthy, the rookie wide receiver, his car was stolen in a parking garage.
yeah, so I mean it's not like he got in trouble, but that
No.
definitely sucks.
Mm-hmm. You had two
Um,
linemen get in trouble. Wasn't for weed or drugs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, at least it's not Jackson Mahomes we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, thank God. It's not Jackson Mahomes, it's not
Jack,
Taylor Swift.
right? Yeah, we've had a weird 3 years. We went from Jackson Mahomes to Taylor Swift to now it's just all off-season bullshit with their actual players.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Netflix will finally be streaming NFL games on Christmas Day this year. What do you think of that?
I'm so tired of, and I sound old when I say this. I'm so tired of all the streaming services hopping on these bandwagons because it was cool with like Amazon having Thursday nights. That's great. It was cool that NBC, Peacock, hosts Sunday Night Football. ESPN app has Monday Night Football. Paramount has fucking CBS on Sunday, and it's your local team basically in the 4 o'clock slate, whatever that is. But I feel like it just, we used to have one package with all the channels, and now we're all on these separate packages with separate channels, and I don't know, it's getting to be too much. But I guess it's kind of cool that Netflix is hopping on in a way, um, just to see where they've come from when they had just the mail by disc or disc by mail, and they've evolved so much that they've become such a large streaming conglomerate. Now we're on to live broadcasting, like the Jake Paul fight and the Tom Brady roast was live. So that'll be cool to see these games on Christmas Day.
Yeah, speaking of the Tom Brady roast, did you watch it?
I did, yeah. I
What do
thought
you
it was
think of
great.
it?
It was hilarious. I
Oh
thought all
yeah.
the jokes were hilarious. I think it was a little soft of him to say afterwards, like, "Oh, I would never do this again. Like it affected my kids." Like, no shit, it's gonna affect your kids. You
Yeah, that's what you
picked
signed up
20.
for. You
You
probably
picked
collected
twenty
a
million
bag for it
dollars.
too.
20 million.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's probably more than you got in 1 year
I
at New England.
yeah. I don't know, man. I enjoyed it. I thought Kevin Hart was a great host. A lot of the jokes were very funny. There's definitely some tension with Bill, and then the Robert Kraft jokes was weird, but um, ultimately it was great to see like Julian Edelman and Gronkowski throwing some shots at Drew Bledsoe, and then Tom just sitting there with his Botox face, smiling the whole time.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that Drew Bledsoe was there. Also, I thought Gronk just caught way too many strays.
Yeah, he did.
The
They
Nikki
made Gronk
Glazer one
feel
was
so stupid.
hilarious.
Yeah, they made Gronk feel so stupid.
Yeah. I also had completely forgot about Tom Brady losing so much money in crypto.
Oh yeah, it was that huge scandal that happened.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that he was
Hmm.
involved with that. But yeah, no, I thought it was hilarious. I thought 3 hours might have been a little too long, but they had also had a lot of good
Yeah.
people in it.
Hmm.
I think an hour and a
Yeah. I
half, 2 hours, you're doing good, but I was not expecting 3 hours when I sat down and watched it.
No, it was definitely long.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Devontae Parker actually just today decided to retire and he just signed with the Eagles, what, a month
Yeah.
or two ago?
Yeah. He was excited to play for the Eagles, but then it was just time. Like weird.
Yeah, I guess he just decided he wanted to be with his kids. He's 31 years old, still in good
Hmm.
health. Can't say I blame him, but I mean, you just now thought of that.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess everyone can have a change of heart.
Yeah. And it's not like he was going to be a huge like role player on that team. I think Devontae Parker is beyond his years of being a great like outside threat or a slot receiver even. I think he'd
Yeah.
be a good decoy,
Yeah, good
but
decoy, good for maybe a catch or two in a
hmm
game.
he was
Um,
definitely fun to watch when he played for the Dolphins.
oh yeah. Um, Marvin Harrison and Fanatics are apparently having some serious beef right now where Fanatics is now suing Marvin Harrison Jr. Um, supposedly he does
Yeah.
not want his jersey sold, and I know he does not want put in Madden as of right now. I don't quite
Yeah.
understand why, but
For someone with so much talent, he's being such a diva, which is gonna possibly hinder his career. Like people are gonna not want to work with him. It's kind of like how people were making Caleb Williams out to be when he was like, "Oh, I want to go into a team that gives me part ownership and this and that." It's like, you're the shit. You know you're the best player to come out of that draft, and you think you deserve so much. But at some point, like, where's the line being drawn of being greedy and getting what's like, owed to you? So with Marvin Harrison Jr., I think he just needs to shut up and sign the fucking bill because eventually someone's got to crack, and these big companies are gonna. I mean, they eventually want, or at the end of the day, they want to sell his jersey. They want to sell his likeness. Everybody else has signed off to do it. Like, what's making you more special than the rest of the league that you can't sign this thing? So I'm just
yeah, I
curious where this is getting, fizzled out. Like, where's the gray area that they're confused by?
yeah, I don't get why he's being this way about it because I get like, them making a profit, but ultimately, jerseys getting sold, being put in Madden, stuff like that, that's huge for these NFL teams and, his own brand.
Right.
I mean, kids want to
Mm-hmm.
play, or even adults. I still play Madden Ultimate Team. Uh, I'd be dying to go get his card on Madden right now. Or, I'd buy his jersey. He's probably the only Cardinals player I'd even consider buying a jersey for because, he's an Ohio State Buckeye.
Right.
Um, I just don't get why he's being so, you know, like I don't know if he's trying to prove a point or just wants, attention or what
Well,
it
you
is.
wonder how
But
much of it's him, and how much of it is the influence of maybe his father or agents. I mean, there's got to be more than just himself saying, "Hey, look, don't sign that." Like you wait and wait it out. You'll get your bag. But at some point, I mean, they might make him panic into signing if they start to lower the number.
yeah, yeah, I wonder what the percentage is that those players make off of that. Because they definitely
So
make some
small.
kind
I
of,
mean,
yeah,
you look at music royalties. Any given writer or singer songwriter is making like a penny or a tenth of a penny every time the song is played on Spotify or the radio, and it, it could play a million times, but you get like $10,000 for it.
yeah. Which I mean,
So I
still
don't know how that
something,
works
but
out with the
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you've got 10 songs that are out on the radio right now, and they're just continuously playing, and you're Morgan Wallen, you're making a shit ton of money on like 15 songs right now that just keeps getting overplayed.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, but since we were talking about, or we brought Madden up, they finally released the trailer for the new NCAA football game by EA.
It's about
Uh,
time. Yeah, it's about time.
yeah, are you finally gonna upgrade?
I don't know because if it's not going to be on PS4, I don't have PSN, and I don't feel like going and buying PlayStation 5 just to get that game. Like Blake's going to get it on a PS5. I know it for a fact. So if anything, I'll just play with Blake. or if you get it, I'll play with you. But I don't have a sense of urgency to go switch consoles just for one game because I've made it this far without buying games. And I mean, the last Madden I had was 2021 or 2020, whichever one Lamar is on the cover of.
Madden
I think 21.
20. Yeah, Madden 21 because I think the other one was Mahomes and Brady.
Yeah, the
I
GOAT
think that
edition.
sounds about right. Yeah, that's fair. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm not gonna play Ultimate Team though on that one. I can only play one Ultimate Team because I'll just
Just give me Road to Glory. That's all you need on that game.
yeah, give me Road to Glory. Let me play I think it's a dynasty mode where you build up a school.
Yeah,
I know our buddy Alex was tweeting about how he's excited to rebuild the Akron Zips.
yeah. I hope Big Cat does something with like Toledo again. Um, and like streams it. That'd be fun to watch him do a season with them.
Yeah, wasn't he streaming during COVID?
Yeah, and he got the key to the city of Toledo because he took the Toledo Rockets to the national championship.
That's awesome. Um, but other than that, that's all I had NFL wise, unless you had something else.
No, I mean this past month or two has been mainly just tuning into basketball and enjoying baseball because it's the heart of the summer finally. Like yesterday was the nicest day of the year, I think, by far. Um, I haven't really done a lot of research with football, except for like that one scoop we had and checking out the schedule releases and all the funny release videos. I think they keep getting better and better. Like the Sims one by the Chargers, that was great. I
Yeah, the Sims one's awesome. Um,
think the Browns one was great with the bowling with Pete Weber.
oh yeah, that was super unexpected too.
Hmm.
'Cause it's not like he's a Cleveland native or anything either.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I thought that was awesome. But like you said, we're in the NBA playoffs. Baseball season, I've been trying to pay attention to that a little bit more. Um, I know there's been news about like OTAs and all that bull crap. And T. Higgins, I actually just got a notification that he still has not signed his franchise tender. Um, so he would not be able to join the team. But yeah, I'm not interested in the OTA stuff. I think that's always overblown every year.
Yeah, you just
Like,
gotta
who
wait it out.
cares?
I mean,
OTAs are voluntary.
hmm
Like, who cares?
well, yeah, that's like back in high school. There was non-mandatory summer lifting, and then there was you got to show up for 2 days. Most people didn't go lifting, and you kind of got dogged if you didn't go lifting and lift with your team in the summer. But like I had a summer job, so like I was working. I couldn't go to the gym unless it was like a random Friday, and I would go with like Bruce, my buddy. But uh, like this, these guys are professional athletes. They're always going to keep up with their health. I mean, just because they're not going to the facility, I don't think they're going to be in bad shape.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, especially I get people that are in like contract disputes, you don't want to get hurt and just, running routes and doing bull crap
Right.
because it's not like you're hitting or anything like that. But, you know, we saw last summer, Naheem Hines wreck a jet
Mm-hmm.
ski. He was done for the year. Now he's a Cleveland Brown.
Right. Which I'm still up in the air on that, but we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, take a flyer on it. Hopefully it'll help with special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Jakeem Grant can ever step foot on the field for the Browns other than training camp.
Yeah. That was such a waste of a spot in the roster. He's
It's a
not done a
waste of
single,
money.
yeah, he's not done a single thing for us.
No, I don't even think he's played one regular season game for us.
He has not. He has gotten injured in practice and in preseason, both or all 3 years he's been here with us.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a waste.
Hmm.
But anyways, let's go ahead and get into these NBA playoffs. Semifinals are done. We're now in the Eastern Western Conference Finals. Um, so Dylan, did you get to watch any of these games or series?
Well, I watched ours. Watched the Celtics destroy the Cavaliers. I went to Game 3 in Cleveland. Was fortunate enough to go. It was fun up until the end. I mean, they made it all the way to the very few last minutes of the fourth quarter, but it just ran out of gas. Um, Other than that series, I watched a lot of the Nuggets and T-Wolves, which was probably the best series I think of the entire second round.
You think so?
I Aside from the Knicks and Pacers, I think T-Wolves and Nuggets was so much fun. A road team winning every single game. I mean, how do you predict that? And like by a lot, the one game the T-Wolves won by like almost 40 points. If it wasn't 40 points.
Yeah, the one game they did win by 40 or 45 points. But I definitely would say the Pacers Knicks was my favorite to watch. Timberwolves Nuggets, if it wasn't for just blowouts, because every game other than the last one was decided by 20 points or more.
Hmm.
So that's the only part I didn't necessarily like about it, because it just seemed like one team definitely had it that night and the other one definitely did not. But like you said, the road team winning every game is crazy.
Hmm.
But the Pacers, I just really enjoyed watching the Knicks crumble.
Yeah, it stinks that Brunson had to get injured
Yeah, I didn't want
very
him to
towards
get
the end
injured.
because Brunson was really taking the league over. I mean, I thought for sure that they'd give Boston a run for their money. I just hope that Halliburton and the Pacers can at least give the Celtics one or two games. I think it's going to be a cakewalk to the finals.
So I think the Pacers have a good shot. Don't get me wrong. I think Boston should be the favorites, but I think the Pacers, I don't know. Something's telling me the Pacers have some kind of shot. Whether it's, they might lose in six, they might make it to 7 games, who knows? But the
Hmm.
Pacers just play such a fast-paced offense, and I don't know. Something about that team just screams that they can make it to the finals. I don't think they'll win the finals if they make it, but
Yeah, I could see that series being 3-2. I could see the Celtics winning both of the home games and going every other until Game 6 and winning in six. But I'm really excited to watch the Mavs and T Wolves. Obviously, you want to see some new faces in the finals, and boy, I want to see Luca and having Kyrie with him, which he's got the finals experience. It would just be great to hear "Shot by Kyrie." And the T Wolves, they've got so much history where they have not been this far since I believe 2004.
yep.
Maybe was the last
And
time
Kevin Garnett,
yeah. So that's awesome to see Anthony Edwards. Which did you ever watch the Adam Sandler movie Hustle?
yes,
Did
he was
you?
awesome in that movie.
Yeah, he was a total villain, and he was picking on the European, and everybody just said he basically just is his character from Hustle in this series against Jokic, taking
Yeah.
on the European.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely awesome in that movie. I really don't know who I want to win that series, but I know I'm gonna be rooting for whoever wins. I obviously want Luca to
Oh,
win, but
I'm
at the
pulling hard
same
for the
time,
Mavs.
yeah, I won't be upset.
We both love Luca, and I love Kyrie still to this day. And um, I think that they've got a great program down there. They've got Alex Hale working real tough, with the wings. He's got theirs, or they got his support as well. So I'm riding Team Dallas for the rest of this playoffs.
That's absolutely fair. Um, I definitely would say probably I would pull for Dallas, but I won't be upset if Minnesota makes it. I just want whoever's in the West to win
Yeah,
it all. I want whoever's in the West to win it
yeah,
all.
I completely agree. I don't want the Celtics to win. It's too expected, and I don't like seeing a one seed win unless it's a LeBron team like the Cavaliers. Um, Up until this point, it's always been the Warriors, the Lakers, the Celtics. I mean, the Warriors as of late, but in our childhood, it was almost always going to be a Celtics Lakers or finally
Cavs,
LeBron with
Warriors,
his
yeah.
Cavaliers. Miami, but you never knew who Miami was going to play. Then you had the Spurs run. I like to see dynasties here and there, but it's more fun when it's completely random, like a Toronto Raptors showing up and winning in 2019.
Yeah.
I love those type of runs. I love those runs.
Yeah, and that's see, that's where I'm kind of at with Minnesota. Like, I wouldn't mind Minnesota getting there because they've never made it there before. They've never made it
Yeah.
to the finals.
Yep.
So, I like
Yeah.
seeing fresh faces in there, because I feel like
Yeah.
they always play 10 times harder when they've never been there before and, they have their opportunity to play on the big stage and hi, Roxanne.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on right now. Guest star.
Um, but yeah, other than that, the Cavs, do you think that you saw Donovan Mitchell's last game?
No, I think they're going to get rid of Garland and continue to build around where they started with Mobley, Allen, and Mitchell. I know Garland's younger than Mitchell, and he probably has more potential, but I think Mitchell is a superstar. You have to work around him, and why not trade Garland? Maybe even get a B player, not even an A, not even a draft pick. Because what are we really going to get out of this draft? I mean, there's really not anything that flashy.
Yeah, no, nothing too great. I know they're talking about Jared Allen. I don't know why they decided to bring out the news about Evan Mobley not wanting to be in Cleveland or be drafted by Cleveland.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know why all of that just decided to drop right after the series ended. I've decided I do not like Shams anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he lit the city of Cleveland on fire overnight.
Mm-hmm. Starting rumors.
Yeah. Um,
I think we saw. Well, I don't want to be this negative, but I think we might have seen JB's last game. But it sounds
yeah.
like for now, there's not any better candidate than JB. So it sounds like they're going to keep with him. But I just don't know how you go into 25 and not change a single thing. 24, 25. How do you not change a single thing? Someone's getting traded or he's getting fired.
Well,
One of two.
Donovan Mitchell's getting extended this summer. I think that's a done deal.
Yes. Yeah,
Garland,
I
I think's
agree.
gone. I think there's a good chance that Jared Allen is gone. Um,
I hope not.
I hope not too, but I guess it would just depend on who we try to replace him with. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if we move Mobley to center, I wouldn't be mad. But Mobley just needs to kind of pull a Giannis Antetokounmpo and put like 50 pounds on just to be a force. Because right now he's just all sticks. He's just like Victor Wembanyama. I would really like to see Evan Mobley put up 33-point games like he just did the other night in a game elimination game. He's got the potential to do it every night.
yeah, and the thing is that's why I'm also a fan of getting rid of Garland. I mean, Garland wanted to get his shots up. Let's face it. He wanted to get his shots up. Other than in this playoff series, he just wanted to not touch the ball.
I would 100% trade him back for Sexton,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll trade back for the little gunner.
or it'd be great to get Laurie back.
That's who I really want. I would
Hmm.
want Lauri Markkinen, doesn't need his touches, but he gets a shot. He gets a shot. He'll take it.
You
He's
could keep
awesome.
Struess on a cheap deal, move Struess to shooting guard, or you fill the point guard slot and put Mitchell back at the shooting guard. You get Laurie at three. If you keep Jarrett and Evan, you got your powerhouse, twin towers there. Um, I don't know. This team has so much potential. It's just sad that it has ended the way it has the last 2 years against the Knicks and the Celtics. Which I mean, we weren't going to beat the Celtics anyways, but
Yeah.
we put up a good fight.
Yeah. That game too, gave us some hope. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like you said, we gave him a fight. We didn't go down easy. It took Donovan Mitchell essentially getting hurt,
Yeah.
and we still almost won game. What game was that? 4.
Five,
Yeah, game 4 in
4.
Cleveland.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought for a second we were gonna win, and because Garland started playing a little bit better. But of course
I
he
thought,
didn't have Mitchell in there. But he
I
waited way
thought,
too long to start shooting.
yeah, I thought for sure we win Game 5 when Morris is hitting 25 points off the bench.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling we had no hope in that game. It was sort of close at halftime, but I'm like, we
Yeah.
don't have the firepower. They catch on fire once it's over.
Oh yeah. It's just it's a clinic once they get going.
Yeah. I couldn't even watch the last game. I just started looking at the scoreboard. I
Hmm.
I couldn't watch it.
We were at a brewery. We were watching it there. And they came back, and I was just like in disbelief that this team was able to compete.
Yeah. Um, but other than that, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about other than Scotty, but I feel like
Well,
that's kind of old news by now.
he uh, he had everybody in the world panicking for 24 hours. Free Scotty. But 2 hours after his arrest, he was already back at the course and ready to tee off. Like nobody gets detained and arrested and is released on bail in 2 hours. Um, I think the cop knew he fucked up, but it looks like all charges were dropped. It looks like it's going to just get brushed under the rug for the number one player in golf.
Yeah, and it should. After, the situation came out, I mean, I absolutely think it should be brushed under the rug. I think the cop was a dick
It
and,
seemed it
realized that he
seemed like
was
a
in the wrong
misunderstanding.
and fucked with the
Yeah,
wrong person.
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Um,
That $89 pants, I mean, I know Big Cat said he wanted to buy him to wear them, but
yeah,
yeah, that
unbelievable.
that was something else. Um, what would have made this whole thing better is if Scotty won.
Oh, I know. I mean, he had a really great day shooting at 66. Um, but he ultimately the next day shot two over par, which was the first time in like multi years that he shot over par. I think it was like 25 rounds or something crazy. So um, he kind of fell apart, but it was all Xander Schauffele. I mean, towards the end there, they had a couple guys competing, but it was his tournament to take.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that, Xander's someone that people have been waiting on to finally win
Yeah,
something.
yeah, he's up there with Rory. Rory's not done a single thing important like majors wise in many years. He won the last tournament, but they always say Rory's really good about winning them right around the majors, and then he doesn't come through for majors. So Xander, it was his time.
Yeah. And then what else did I have on here? Oh, not that anyone cares because this draft class is weak, but the Hawks somehow win the number one overall pick, and the
Yeah,
Pistons also get screwed once again and fall out of the top 5.
Well, it's hilarious because the Hawks had they got what a 3% chance to get it,
They were in the
and
play-in.
yeah, they had a 3% chance to get it. They got it, and it's on a year that no one's really excited for this this draft. It's like almost comical. It's like very Atlanta,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I like all the memes there. Like, don't worry, you guys can't take Michael Penix in this draft.
yeah. And basically, there I saw a bunch of tweets, people saying like NBA executives are viewing this number one overall pick no more valuable than Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
literally. It's
that's
it's
just
gonna be a
terrible luck.
it's gonna be another Anthony Bennett draft
Yeah,
or a
where the
2014 draft with
yeah, like Victor Oladipo.
yep.
Well, you got Giannis in that class.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna find some diamonds in the rough in like the 12 to 14 picks. Um, but the top three are going to be very, very like off balance. You know, they got that guard from Kentucky that's pretty good. But aside from him, Zach Edey, that's our one of our best options. I still don't think he's going to make it in the NBA.
Yeah, no, I like the dude from Colorado, Cody Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's awesome. Um, Higher end pick though, Donovan Clingham, Clingham. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right. Big tall guy from Yukon.
oh yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, other than
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not overly excited about the NBA draft and the players,
No,
especially since the one prospect, I forget his name, but he played in the G League this year. His last name
drawing a
starts with
blank.
a B. He's like 6'10". He was supposed to be some prodigy and he kind of stunk.
Hmm.
I'm kind of glad that they're getting rid of the G League Ignite though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it built up all this hype for Scoot Henderson and he did nothing this year.
no,
Nothing. He looked awful.
he's with the Blazers, right?
Yeah.
Which they've been so irrelevant since Dame left.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the two picks in between, which I mean, Wemby, who was going to go before anyone, and then Brandon Miller, who
Hmm.
played awesome. He played pretty good for the Hornets.
Yeah,
But, curious to see where Bronny James goes and if LeBron decides to follow, but who the hell knows with them anymore?
someone today I read or watched that said he's going to go undrafted and picked up by the Miami Heat and rub in LeBron's face because LeBron can't or won't go back to Miami for some reason. Um, and that they're going to develop Bronny James to be a great player, like how they've developed a lot of these undrafted guys, like Duncan Robinson, and um, then I don't know. I just went down a rabbit hole today of Bronny James.
Yeah, literally, Bronny, go anywhere but Boston. Anywhere but Boston.
Yeah, I still think he can end up on the Knicks. I think that the back to back picks in the second round are very scary for them that late in the draft. I think that could be like a we're gonna go after Bronny James in hopes of getting LeBron to complete the path with Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. I mean, I be
The
crazy.
second round of the NBA draft, in my opinion, has always been low risk, high rewards.
Hmm.
Who cares? Who cares who you pick? Just take a
Yeah.
flyer. Whoever you think has potential, just take a flyer
Right. Yep.
and find somewhere to fit them in. 'Cause half the time they don't even end up making the league anyways.
No.
Um, but other than that, I don't really have much to talk about.
The one last thing I want to bring up is the new Guardian City Connect jerseys are out, and I think that they are kick ass. I was excited for a lot of people to see these, and I hope that it's lived up to the hype. seeing Jose hit the game-winning home run the other night in that jersey was so sweet.
Oh yeah, no,
Good,
those
good
jerseys
rebranding.
are fire.
Hmm.
Do you think that they should keep that Guardian logo as their primary logo?
No, I, I mean the fastball has grown on me, and I do like the diamond C over the block C. So I'm completely transitioned. I'm not no transgender, but fully trans here. I'm on the guard hype train. You kind of have to be at this point. Like
Oh yeah,
I think
and
we've had this
there's
conversation.
no
We've had this. Yeah, we've had that conversation many times where it's like, well, what do you think about the name? Well, I just want them to play good baseball. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, I don't care at this point. Like if people still want to complain,
I
how
miss
many
the
years later?
history.
3 years
Yeah, I
later?
miss
Like who
right.
cares?
I miss the history, but
Yeah, I mean,
just as long as you
shit,
beat it.
I miss the Wahoo logo, but I
Yeah,
mean, shit, it's
Wahoo is
not
the
like
best.
I can't see
Probably
it if I don't wear my hat over there. Like
right. Yep.
I don't know, it's all history now, but you know, can't live in the past
Hmm.
forever.
No, but I like the logo and I like the jerseys a lot. I think these jerseys could stay around for a couple of years.
Yeah,
People would
I
like
hope
it.
they do. I hope they do. I like it. It's a clean look, Didn't go super
Hmm.
crazy. Didn't do what the Tampa Bay Rays did or
I love those too, though. Those are my
oh,
top two
I
favorites.
do
Where
too, but I feel like the Cleveland Guardians that would have been The Rays, I don't
yeah,
know. The Rays just seem like they would have a jersey like that.
well, they're kind of like the Miami Heat of the MLB. Like they've got the colorful jerseys, in my opinion. I think that the Miami Marlins at some point, the Florida Marlins, they had some colorful jerseys, but the Rays have always been pretty flashy with theirs. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, the Guardians have like kind of um, they're kind of trying not to step on any toes or, they're on thin ice already with the logo change, the name change. So they're trying to be very conservative with their decisions. And I just ultimately was very happy with what they did.
Yeah. Me too.
But that's all. Some of the other City Connect jerseys aren't even worth talking about, like the Cardinals
Detroit's I
versus
didn't
Phillies.
really care for.
Oh, Motor City, really original. They took that
Yeah.
right off of the NBA jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminded me just like the Pistons jersey.
I'm pretty sure it was the same font. Like they literally
Yeah.
just hit copy and paste. Just change my homework. Just change your answers a little bit so the teachers don't catch us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Other than
But
that,
I'm very
guys,
happy.
yeah, me too. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Um, and Dylan, I'll let you close us out.
Yeah, we're still looking for the lad. So if anybody's seen a 6-foot ginger, bring him home to us. Gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have any issues. We love you guys.
Peace.